Hello and welcome to MGP387. I'm Kevin. With me as ever, the Sheepdog, Anna and Pab. Say hello, boys and girls.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Pab, the other two did high pitch and you went low pitch. Why did you have to be awkward?
I'm very low key today. Yeah, I know.
Pab's in a funny mood. He's been proper stroppy before we started recording.
He offered Kev out for a fight on his birthday.
I know. What is wrong with you, Pab? Do we need to come up there and slap you into shape? Is it time for us to replace you? This is what happened with Adi and Bouncy. They got a little bit too stroppy and we just had them both killed.
And John, to be fair.
Who the hell is John?
Angry John, he came in.
Never heard of him.
He just hit his limit very quickly.
Swinging, didn't he? He came out swinging.
2 episodes. I'll have you, Kev. Gone.
Don't even remember him.
It does mean Pab needs to offer me a job.
To me. Yeah, Pab, what job are you giving him?
If he had one to offer, I would give him one, but I don't. I'm afraid, Sheepdog. I'm sorry.
That's both of us you've offered to give one to now. What is the matter with you?
Tell you what.
Yeah. It's just going to go, isn't it?
I don't. You're making me. Don't make me have to do some editing today. I'm not in the mood.
You literally said, I'm going to have you in a minute, and Kev was like, what? You mentioned it was his birthday.
Yeah, I was just said, where's my present, everybody? What have you got me? Anna got me some excellent presents. I've got a life-size cutout of Danger Mouse, which I do have to... I have issue with what it said on this Danger Mouse thing. Anna, the present is excellent, but it's described as a life-size cutout of Danger Mouse, but it's 6 foot tall.
Life-size to you!
Well, that's not clear from the packaging, and I think people could order this in error and be a little bit surprised when their life-size mouse that they've ordered off the internet comes through the letterbox and it's 6 foot off the ground.
Yeah, that does raise questions about where he lives in London and that postbox and all of that.
Exactly, he lives in Giant Land. But that is awesome. I also have a Pac-Man lamp behind me that makes sound effects from the Pac-Man game whenever I press a little button on it. Yeah, there you go. The Pac-Man noise in the background. Get us demonetized. Love a bit of that. And I've got a quiz game that we can play if we run out of games to talk about as well.
Okay.
What was that called? Bootylicious or something?
What?
You had a game there.
Bootios, is that what you're on about?
Yeah, I was like, what is that?
That's just my wrestling figures.
Oh, right. I saw it in the picture and thought, what the hell is
cereal?
Yeah, they've been there. She got me them years ago. And I've got a giraffe mug and a special thing to stop my mug falling over. I've got a neon on-air lamp from the children. I've got lots of excellent presents for a teenager, for a child. And I couldn't be happier.
I did say to my wife earlier, I showed her the picture and I said, look at these things that are all perfect Kev items. I was like, I was just like, I couldn't, like, I just wouldn't, they're not me. I don't get, do you know what I mean? I was like, I wish they were. I wish I could go, I want that for my birthday. But I was just like, I wouldn't have any, she just wouldn't want me having it up in the house. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't go anywhere. It wouldn't fit. And I was just like, I always get this every year with your birthday because it's a month before mine. You go, look at all this cool stuff. I think none of that would go on my list because it just wouldn't suit me. And now I don't know what I want.
List, though.
No, I know what you mean. I always say to Claire, Anna just went out and bought them for Kev, and look how much she nailed it. And I think she hates me a bit for saying it because it puts her on the spot. But I'll basically.
But the thing is, I buy everything I want as soon as I realise I want it. I just buy it. So trying to buy me something I want is a fool's errand. Well, Anna knows the score.
Well, this is it, and this is why I end up getting my birthday presents in late September, early October, because my birthday's in August for the listeners' benefit. Because she just sort of says, "Why don't you just get what you want when you want it?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So yeah, I'm just. You've made me think the countdown's there again already. I've got 5-6 weeks now to figure something out. Well, otherwise, I'll just
Danger
wait.
Mouse isn't the only life-size cutout you can get. There's loads of different options. Get yourself an Andre the Giant. You'd love an Andre the Giant.
Wow.
Where would he go though? He's massive. Unless they've got their orders mixed up, he'll be tiny.
I imagine he'll also be 6 feet tall. And what they mean when they say life size is roughly the size of our printer.
Yeah. Maybe just there's someone called Life. There's a fella they call Life who's just about 5'8".
Maybe it's Life.
It could be.
Life size.
I have been struggling with my reading now. I've been getting older. I did do something to prove my new maturity and and advancing years, though, I did something I've not done since I was a very small boy, and I wore long trousers for a little bit this afternoon in July, just because I thought, you know what? I don't need to be restricted by my previous rules. I'm a 38-year-old man now. If I want to spend 3 hours in long trousers on my birthday, I will. I am back in my shorts now because it just felt weird. But, yeah, a little bit of long trousers for a birthday treat.
You're getting to the sort of age I can remember my parents being, because I'm too old to remember being younger than 8, and I can remember them being 38, 39, building up to 40. You're officially a parent now in my mind.
Well, I do have a daughter who's nearly 19, so I'm pretty sure I am a parent. I've been a parent for more than half my life.
Yeah, but I've got 3 children, and I don't consider myself a parent. I said to my daughter earlier, "What do you think I am? Your dad?" She was asking me for help with something. I don't know. She's still trapped under there. She'll figure it out. But yeah, I don't think it really kicks in until I suddenly start realising my mates are nearly 40, and then I realise I'm nearly 40. Although I'm still on the right side of 35 at the moment. So
yeah, but you look older than me, and that's all that will ever matter. That's all I care about.
My friends keep sending me pictures of me from when I was 17, 18, and I didn't realise I had cheekbones or a jaw, basically. Like, I can't believe how pointy my face is in these pictures and how clean my skin is. There's no beard. It's just perfectly brown, spiky hair, no bald patch at the front, no glasses. Every single picture I'm pouting like a model. My mates were sending these pictures and he was like, never realised before that you just pose in every picture like you're trying to like just blow people away with some new pose from Zoolander that you've busted out. And I was looking through and thinking, he's right. I'm not just looking moody. I'm always trying to put on some weird pose. I don't remember ever a bit going through a phase of trying to look pouty in pictures, but it exists. I tell you, they're there. But everyone on Twitter said I look like every villain from every film ever, every Harry Potter villain, every teen film villain. I thought I was quite a nice, but I wasn't a nice person actually. But no, I was a handsome son of a gun. I'll tell you that. I don't know what happened to him.
You weren't a nice person.
Well, we'll talk about it off air. I just generally mean.
No.
I wasn't that bad. I'm only joking. I just, me. I'm just mean to people.
He's a monster.
Kev knows. I've got a mean sense of humour.
He is. One day Sheepdog will be cancelled and we are surprised.
I'll never be cancelled. I'm not that much of a monster. But no, I just was a lad, Larry.
Cancel culture was invented to get the world ready for when they had to deal with Sheepdog.
I'll have to get up early in the morning to cancel me. He says, knowing there's videos of him slagging off the Queen, the Pope, all sorts of people. Podcasts, not videos, sorry. Could never get that on camera.
Well, I think there is some of it on camera, actually. I do remember recording some of it on camera as we were walking out of a cathedral and you started yelling at a nun.
Yeah, I've had to take my glasses off because they're steaming up. Starting to get uncomfortable. My collar's starting to feel a bit tight. The climate in here is getting a little bit too much.
So that's RB6K on Twitter if you want to get in touch with Sheepdog, or just tweet about him. Yeah. Either is fine.
Oh, speaking of which, I was on the radio this week, yesterday.
Oh.
Why is that?
Because I put that video up of my neighbours being noisy. The local radio got in contact to have a chat with me about it.
So now you're really popular.
Well, they obviously didn't hear it because they had their music on again today. But they asked me what name I'd like to go on as, and I said, well, everyone calls me Steve, just do that. I should have said Sheepdog. But they kept calling me Stephen, and it was really formal. They're like, well, Stephen, tell us more and all of this. I'm going to put it out. I'm going to try and edit it into part of a vlog so that it's not obvious it's there, but people can hear it if they want to. I was mega awkward. At one point I said, not now, George Michael, which just came out.
How does that even come up? And they let you on the radio.
It was in context. Like, to the conversation, I was saying to her that sometimes I'm sat at work on the phone and suddenly I'm like, no, now, George, stop it, because George Michael comes on, and we had a good laugh. It was funny, but It was really odd, and I come across as really like Mr. Victim. Oh, my autistic son just goes in the garden. Sometimes he just begs them to stop, and they just turn it up, and all of this. And I just felt I did feel a little bit muggy just hamming it up. But they are monsters, and they told me. I tried to get the council on to comment, and the council just told me to go online and look at their website. And I explained to them that I did, and all the website says is go talk to your neighbours, you coward. And explained why I'm not doing that, because they'll be mean to me.
Because you're a weakling, and they'll batter you.
Because of my yellow belly.
Yeah, you'll get hung from your underpants on a coat hook.
He is much bigger than me, meaner looking than me, balder than me.
That's not true. No, we were believing you until you started getting into the worlds of fantasy.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was fun. They said to me, keep in touch, let them know how I'm getting on. I thought I need to find other excuses to get on there now and just slowly but surely wheedle my way into local radio.
And then I'll get cancelled. Yeah. Local radio, disgraced local radio star.
I become Alan Partridge, basically.
I'm just getting your new Twitter bio ready.
You're trying to get back on the BBC.
Yeah. So, aside from Sheepdog just being an absolute monster, has anyone got any other exciting news this week? Anna?
Oh, yeah. You kept that well quiet.
Yeah.
Anna?
What?
Come on. Spill.
I am now a graduate. I have 2-1 honours.
You are. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yay.
Aren't you clever?
Well done. I was expecting there to be more like fanfare online. I just happened to see it on Facebook.
She's refused to put it online, and she won't let me tweet about it either. I want the whole world to take, because this is the thing. She's been disappointed with it, and I need the world to tell her what is she thinking. She shouldn't be disappointed. It's a better than average degree.
You were convinced you weren't going to get one a week ago at all, a degree.
Well, yeah, because the way they're so annoying. They send an email. Oh, you'll get your results this week, and then 2 weeks you sat there going, where then? Where are they? And then your academic profile is under review. For what? Why is it under review? It's so stressful. So stressful.
You knew pretty much that you were on course for it and you were going to get it, and that's a great result.
Well, because of the no detriment, that saved me a little bit. I knew I got a 2-1 anyway, but the no detriment has upped my dissertation by 4%, so I'm happy because that's now pushed me up, and now I'm fine. And it was fine. It was just, I don't know. There's no fanfare. There's no going.
Hang on, I got you a keyring.
It's got swear words on it.
Would you like to read the inspirational words from the keyring that I got you?
Please don't.
It's got swear words on it.
It's only got 2.
But it was very inspirational, but I'm not going to say it because that's not what I do. But yeah, I graduated now, and then because me and Kevin were having a chat, I then found my perfect job that I wanted to do for years, and now I'm being shortlisted, and I just got to wait until the 13th of July because that's when it closes, and hopefully get an interview and hopefully get that job because I want it so bad.
Excellent. There we go. Fingers crossed it all comes together. That'd be cracking because you've just been waiting around, basically. just twiddling your thumbs going, any minute now, it'll come. And yeah, it'd be great to see it actually happen.
But exactly. It's so long.
But don't just put it on Facebook because I've uninstalled Facebook, so I need you to actually put it somewhere that I read. I only managed to go on Facebook because I had an email telling me that I had 35 notifications, and I went and had a quick look, and yours happened to be the top thing, saying, look at this, what I've just got. And even my wife had seen it, commented on it, and not told me. I was like, for goodness sake, she's been telling me all week she's going to fail, she's going to be kicked off the course, and she's just not even...
I didn't realise it had even gone on Facebook. I'm waiting for it to go on a social media that people actually use.
Yeah.
Come on, Anna, let the world know. People have been with you on this journey for 3 years. They want to know how it turned out.
No, it's just annoying because I got an email from them saying you're not going to get a certificate until we go fully back into the office. I'm like, I want one now. You've already took graduation away from me in September. Now I can't even
cheek,
get a
isn't it? It's a bit of paper. Just post it out. Absolute gits.
They can't even give me an electronic one.
The paper's locked in the office, Anna. I can't get in there.
Yeah,
Someone's got the key.
Home, they're not doing it at home, these printers.
Oh, it's just annoying.
But it's a small uni. They'd only have to. They'd probably be able to do it from one print.
Yeah.
How many of you were there on the course? 20?
In mine, 8.
8. There you go. He could print them out.
Yeah. To be fair, yeah.
Just take the picture along to your interview and go, look. It's
well,
there.
I can download a transcript of my grades and what I've been awarded, so I'll just have that. But yeah, I found my perfect job. I found the job because when I was at uni, I had to do a cover letter for the job I wanted when I left, and now I found that job as a trainee.
What job is it? I mean,
a trainee fingerprint expert.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is my favourite job title in the world because it has both the words trainee and expert in it, which I just think is fantastic.
Yeah.
But if top experts get like 70 grand a year, I'm comfortable with that.
That'll be okay with it. That'll scratch an itch.
Yeah, but the problem is, Kev, do you realise what you're letting yourself in for? Like, any time you raid the fridge and eat the last donuts or whatever, she's just going to be whipping out her fingerprint kit and she's going to know it's you. I mean, she knows it's you anyway.
Yeah, I was going to say, why does she need to go to that extent? If a donut goes missing in this house where only one person eats donuts, she knows where that donut has gone.
But yeah, that means that I'm going to have to stop nicking your toilet roll and stuff because she'll soon figure it out. She might as well just have my fingerprints on records.
And while I'm sorting everyone's new Twitter bios, we've sorted Sheepdogs. Once Anna is a fully fledged expert, her Twitter bio can be really good at fingering, which will be excellent.
Oh, speaking of fingering, before the podcast, we were watching Gogglebox and they were watching Grease. Have you ever watched that as an adult? I forget the name of the main song. It's the one where they're going like, "Tell me more, tell me more."
Yeah, Summer Lovin'.
Summer Lovin', that's it. He goes, the blokes in that disgusting. He was like, "Did you get very far?" And he's like squeezing his hands at John Travolta. And he says, "We went bowling in the arcade," and he starts just waggling 2 fingers at them all, looking really menacing. And then he's like, "We went down to the beach," and he just starts thrusting. And like, we were noticing, and then all the people on Gogglebox were going, "What the hell is he doing with his hands? What the hell is he doing with his, like, grabby motion?" That is the most disgusting song I've ever seen. Like, I'm not letting my kids watch that film now I've seen all this horrific adult humour in it.
Don't worry, they'll probably watch it in music lessons like everybody else did.
Probably, yeah. But someone on the show was like, "This is going to get cancelled now. Surely it's disgusting." Like, jokingly, obviously. But
it's different times, isn't it? Like, I loved that when I was growing up. Couldn't fault it.
Well,
Loved it.
watch the video on YouTube and you'll see what I mean. John Travolta is a menace with those hands in that film. I thought to myself on the way up the stairs with the laptop, and I thought, there's never going to be a segue for me to talk about that fingering story. And then bang, you made it happen.
I can always sense a segue. So now, Pab, we just need a new Twitter bio for you.
Grumpy old northern man, isn't it?
That
I mean, that is it now. That is it now. It's not. That's not. There's no difference there. I'm still the same.
I will have you, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Should we talk about some video games?
I thought we did that before the podcast, Kevin.
Yeah,
that's all we did.
Yeah, we've basically just done a really solid Last of Us 2 spoiler cast that we didn't record. But we'll redo that in a week or two's time and do an actual spoiler cast. We're giving you notice now that in a couple of weeks we will do a full-on spoilers everywhere Last of Us 2 episode, because Pab has now finished and the other 3 of us are very, very close. So we are at the point now where we all have some very strong opinions on the game, but we're also at the point where a lot of those opinions we can't really share because they're spoilery.
What is confusing for me, I mean, like Anna says she's 28 hours in and she's an hour or so from the end. Kev, I'm guessing you're probably more like 24.
I'm about 18 to 20, somewhere in that range, I think.
You see, I'm bang on 20, and I'm apparently half an hour from Anna and Kev, and we're all about well, 2 hours to an hour and a half from the end, and that is just mad. Like, it's insane. I honestly don't know what I've not wandered through, because I feel like I've looted every building, I've gone down every crevice, and there've been times.
Well, I reckon the way she got all her hours on me was when you first get the map and you can explore loads of different parts of the map, and she filled her map in. Whereas I only went to the places the game told me to go to. And so that's when all of a sudden there's a 3 or 4 hour gap between our playtimes, because she spent so long filling in our map. So I imagine, just like me, you didn't get 13 circles on your map.
Maybe not 13, but I got quite a lot. I mean, there was a few that said there was like a storage cache somewhere, and I went to it. There was, I went to quite a few places. The arrow kind of told me to most of the time, but I did ignore it. On that early bit, I thought, maybe I'm in the middle of the two. I probably didn't do... there's definitely going to be gaps, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'd done like 10. I
just like to look at everything, so that's all. And I like, if there's something that can be done and can be opened, I want to go and open it. So I did. And
she's also now in the crazy situation that you get in sometimes, aren't you, where you could have finished it at several opportunities this week, but you're not, because you don't want it to end. So you're just going to let it sit there now. So when you go back to it in 6 months, you'll have forgotten about it and you'll have to start again, and that will get double value out of the game.
Ghost coming next week, so I'll put it on probably tomorrow night and just go through it. Look, it's just been one of them weeks where I've had stressful results things, and that's just been playing on my mind, and because I didn't know, it's that anticipation, and just like, it's stressful.
I can imagine.
Now it's done, and now I have it, and now I can carry on and do what I want, but yeah.
Knowing I'm 2 hours from the end, roughly,
I think you're more considering.
Sorry?
I think you're a bit more thinking about it. You're probably close to the 3 hours, but it's not that much more.
Well, now I'm thinking, like, we'll probably be done the podcast by 11. I could take the PlayStation downstairs and I could just play through till 1. It's my lie-in tomorrow. I could be done, and then
don't tell any, don't spoil it. Like, if you do, go.
I'm not mad. Like, no, I'd feel terrible. No, I'm not. Now, I mean, I was very apprehensive, and I wish I'd checked, to be honest, because I was apprehensive when I messaged you yesterday. For the listeners' benefit, and this isn't spoilery at all, this game is ridiculously intense from pretty much the beginning.
I told you this, didn't I, Sheepdog? I said this
it's
from
exhausting.
Day one. It's hard work. It's one of the hardest games I've had to play. And the amount of times I've been punched in the gut from that game has been untrue.
My wife comes in to go to bed all wound down. She's all happy, all chilled. She's had a nice evening. She walks in and I'm like, oh my God, you made me jump a mile. Oh, you never believe what's happened. And I'm absolutely buzzing. And so then I say to her, I'm gonna get changed. I'm gonna go sit in the other room and read a comic to calm down while she falls asleep. And I'm just rabbiting away. And she comes in, the room's really hot, where like the PlayStation has just melted the room. Even though I've got like a fan on, the windows open, and I'm just exhausted. And it's probably the best exercise I've had in ages, because I'm just absolutely frantic with it. But I feel like they pace that out with some nice little bits in the middle of each of these horrible, horrible things, where it's just, you go, oh, okay. And I think I said before, normally I hate those bits in games. I find them irritating because I see them as filler. It's very rare that they feel like they add any value. They are adding value because it's just a generally great story, but it's also just nice to have a bloody rest, catch your breath. It's just absurd how brutal the game is. And it's not brutal like, I mean, I don't play them, and I can't even, Dark Souls and stuff like that. It's not that kind of brutal where it just tries to catch you out and ruin you constantly. It's just a brutal story.
No, it's like emotionally brutal.
Yeah.
And I was saying this tonight it might have been in my stream earlier today, that it's not even just the story. It's like the things that you're doing in that game. You know what I mean? The violence is very graphic at times, and it's like, oh, every time you kind of sometimes just one up.
Desensitized to it.
Oh, I know, but it's just like with the whole story, it kind of gets you. It lulls you into the where you are in the story, and it's very heavy, and then you just like, you're blowing arms off people and you're knifing people in the neck, and then you know.
See, I don't think I am desensitized to it. I think I've turned into a right little pansy over the years, having kids and stuff. And again, going back to I was. Like, people used to call us savages when I was talking about me being mean when I was younger, because we were just really brutal and scathing, and nothing really fazed us, and we would just be like blunt. And I mean, I was like that when I first met Kev, and I feel like I've really softened since then. I'm not the kind of savagey.
You're welcome, world.
Brutal
I fixed
person. him. And I feel like when I play games like this, I'm like, oh my God. And I do think, like, even the first one didn't really bother me as much. I've just got softer because I've not been playing them as much, or
I feel like
just older. I don't know.
The story invests you in that game much more, I feel, than like I say, I don't think I've been so invested in a game story. And when you know, like certain things happen, and like you're doing certain things, it's like there's so much like more force and gravity to those actions that it's just intense. It's just really intense at times, and it's like I say, it is weighed so heavy on me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say what I was going to say this week because we're so close to the end. But this game has sat with me all week and weighed on me so much. The ending of this game, and it's like, yeah, I'm not. We'll save it for the spoiler cast. But my God,
it'd be good to go through it. I didn't think I was going to be able to do one with you because I thought, oh, you'll complete it and I'll be 10 hours away, and then I'll be 5 hours away, and I'll have to miss it. But again, knowing we're all pretty much close enough, yeah, I'm excited to do a spoiler cast now. I think it'll be worth it, especially because I think we'll have differing opinions and stuff like that. I sort of joked to my wife before the show. I was like, it's probably going to be a short one because we've all played the same game again and we're waiting for stuff to come out. But no, it is. There's plenty to talk about with it. I mean, it's a great game. If people haven't played it yet, get on it. Come on, it's worth. I mean, I was thinking my PlayStation started getting a bit dodgy yesterday, and I thought if this bloody breaks now, I'm buying another one. I was looking at the roster of games along my thing, and I thought, like, I've got this Last of Us, I've got Final Fantasy VII Remake, I've got Spider-Man, I've got Red Dead, and I think there's something else that I've got. And I was just like, there's 5 games there that are absolutely brilliant looking. You know, they're top games.
Yeah.
And I need to get through them. I sort of joked to it. I was like, when I've done another 10 hours on this one, I've got another 20 hours on my other game, and then 40 hours on another one. And if I stick in another 40 hours, I might be finished, and I might be able to play the other one. And she was just like, okay, we're not going to see you much over the next few weeks then. But yeah, this is brilliant on its own. It'd be worth. I mean, if anyone who's been holding off, this is probably a good time to grab a relatively cheap PS4. Maybe when the PS5 comes out, it'll be even better. But it'd be worth grabbing one and getting all these games because it's just insane how good they are. You know, it's ridiculous.
Splendid. Anyone got any more to say on The Last of Us 2 before we move on to whatever else folk have been up to?
No.
No. I'll save it for when we do a spoiler cast, because like I say, there's things I want to say, but like I say, we'll hold off.
That's the spirit. Excellent. So what else have folk been up to then? I don't believe I have played anything other than Football Manager and The Last of Us 2 this week. Shock as that may be to you all. So, Football Manager's a lovely game.
And on that same vein, I won't wax on, but they added the proper Team Rocket into Pokemon Go. Jesse and James and Meowth. And I've been beating them up all day. And they've got balloons that land at your house or wherever you are, and you fight them. So it's just been a nice extra feature in the game. There's a new cup in the game as well. I was getting a bit bored because they hadn't added anything for a little while, and suddenly they've added a ton of stuff all at once, and it's keeping me going again. So if you've been waiting for an excuse to get on that every other time I've said it and you haven't, this is a good time to jump in. There's stuff going on.
Surely nobody's going to start playing Pokemon Go at this point.
Not
Surely.
From the beginning. Well, from the beginning would be if you've never played it. Yeah, check it out. It's busier than ever. But I mean, if you like,
that's not true. Busier than ever. Do I have to go
people,
on about?
Not for people. I mean, for stuff, for events. I don't think more people than ever are playing it. They had their not their start peak, but they had their best time since that peak. It was only last summer, and then it kind of dwindles from there. So what I'm saying is they're adding in a lot of big stuff right now that could mean they see another quite decent peak because people are kind of stuck with things to do, whatever, and they've added in a lot of stuff you can do at home with it for free. You just do it. It's a story. It's fun. Sorted. So I wouldn't be surprised if they announced that they've almost matched last year's peak again or something like that. They're just adding a lot of cool stuff in it. I'm really enjoying it. It's obviously a good time of year for the game. I get to the sort of sparse Christmas bit where, well, November-y bit. Once they get past Halloween, it kind of dies down for a bit. But yeah, it's been really good. I'm enjoying it. I've kept I actually tweeted them saying this is the first time in a while I've had my phone on every day with the game on, because I just don't want the balloons to, slide by without me attacking them. If any balloons come in the vicinity of my house, they're going down. So I've been just tackling. It's been fun.
Splendid. What about you other two rascals?
I've been playing Shadow of War for a little bit.
Modda.
Shadow of War? Okay.
Yeah, Shadow of War. I don't know why. I just felt like it, so I stopped it. And then realised that every area is just the same. Go here, beat up the big war chiefs, take over. And then I got bored of it, so I turned that off. And then, well, so I don't know, I'm just in one of them, I don't know what to play. So what did I install today? I installed Gears 5 and started that again. But then we had to go out, so I turned that off. And now I'm playing Minecraft Dungeons.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
How are you finding it?
So it's not it's not Diablo.
I still don't know that it's particularly trying to be, but
I want it to be though. But I've played Diablo too many times.
They've just added in the DLC. I was thinking of getting it because it's only a $5.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I was trying to explain to because my daughter wants me to buy a Robux, and I'm frigging hating that game at the moment. I meant to bring that up, and I won't go on a tangent now. But I hate it so much. It's just such a gacha kind of tactic. My kids are all telling me they need me to give them money so they can get these pets because it's the only way to get these pets. And I'm like, look, if the only way you can succeed at this game is to pay money, stop playing it now. And it turns out it's not. They're just being lazy, but they keep on at me. And I said, the only money I'm spending on games for you lot for the foreseeable future is the Minecraft add-ons, because we got that game for free. Ollie and I had good fun on it because it's aimed at him really, isn't it? And for a $5 to add another 4 levels in and give us a bit more to do, and we'll go back and do all the secret stuff. That's worthwhile. Although I did try and play it with him earlier in the week, and I ended up rage quitting because he was just infuriating. When I get killed, he runs away in a panic, and you need your partner to resurrect you. So. Yeah, it's infuriating because I'm not allowed to die in it, otherwise we all die. So it's too much pressure.
Fair enough.
But no, I enjoy it from that way. I can definitely see as an adult playing it on your own, it's probably not anywhere near as fun. But then it's probably also not as rage-inducing as it is playing it with Ollie.
No, it's alright for what it is.
Anything?
Yeah, I was like, every time I stop talking, everyone goes, "Is he done?"
I don't know. It just seems a little bit. I think it feels like something's missing. Like the music. Like I don't know. I think it's just mine. But sometimes I go out and there's absolutely no music and no sound, and I'm just like, what is this? What's happening?
Does Diablo? What's the word? Damn it! I had the word in my head just now. Procedurally generate the levels. Because this does, and I didn't realise it did.
Certain areas, I think maybe. I think some of the dungeons are procedurally made, but I don't think there's the map itself. I don't think is procedurally generated.
I felt a little bit silly that I just hadn't noticed. We'd die a couple of times. I never noticed the level was completely different the next time we did it. It's just I should have picked up on that, but I think we were probably going through and we were playing on a relatively low difficulty. But I notice now when we're playing it, the levels are completely different every time. And suddenly it's rock hard. I don't know whether Ollie's messed around with my equipped tool, weapons and stuff, but we went on it the other day and we were just dying constantly. The game's ramped up too hard for us. We even put it down to 2 and it was still too hard. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there's some mad levels on it, aren't there? You go really high.
Someone was level 100 and or whatever max level is, and they were wielding this dual bladed weapon and just slashing through stuff, but everything was shiny and glowing and mad, and I don't know how people play at that level. But even the levels
you can put up, can't you? You can make the maps harder.
Yeah, you can do 10 out of 10.
That's mad. Yeah, I was like, wow. So
do people just practice to get that good, or are they just naturally? Because I don't know how anyone play Last of Us on hard. I'm struggling on very easy. I'm not struggling, but There's certain bits where I'm like, oh, whoops. I mean, it's probably just more me being a bit gung-ho, but I just don't imagine how people could do some of the bits on that I found really tense. Maybe it's just that you'd have a few less bullets and a few less health or whatever, but it's all so tense. I wouldn't want it to be harder. It's just like I don't need this to be very hard. I want it to be just I feel the pain of the character and then I move on.
Yeah, I couldn't play this Last of Us on any other difficulty than easy. I don't like the fear-inducing, because like with easy, there's a grace when something gets you, but if you're on like hard difficulty, as soon as something touches you, you're gonna know about it, and I can't deal with that pressure. Ever since I've got older, when I was younger, I had everything on hard and the worst, not worst, but like the high settings, and now I'm like, nope. Just tell me a story and I'm fine.
I can't remember if it was my wife or my daughter said they saw me setting a game to very easy and they were like, what are you doing? And I kind of said, look, if I wanted to learn how to get good at something, I wouldn't make it a game at this point. I'd make it a skill that I could make money out of, for God's sakes. Like when you're young, you've got all the time in the world to just think, right, I'll get really good at FIFA. Whereas now it's like, no, do you know what? If I was going to sit for 8 hours grinding and failing at something, I'd rather it be something that I could then go, look, I can do this skill now, pay me more money. But even then, I'm too lazy. I just haven't got the energy to do that.
Splendid. Anna, any more from you, or are we moving on to El Pablo?
I put on Fallout 76 and then turned it off again. That game is so annoying. No, because I was in this area, and last time I was in the area, there was like a level 100. And I was in the area, and the level of the area was like 20 levels above me, and I was just like, no, I'm not going over there. I'll leave that till that person goes. I'll go elsewhere. Anyway, so I went over there because I knew I had to go over there, and everything there was a level 8, and I was like, oh, I can deal with a level 8. That's fine. And then I went into a dungeon like that, like. Mm-hmm. You go in there and then it's a separate instance. And I was going through and they were matching my level. I was like, this is fine. I can do this. And then I found like the boss of that area. I'm level 21. This boss was 58. It makes no sense. And like, it was a glowing, like a going ghoul. What I think what they're called. And it was irradiating me, so it was killing me that way. And every time it was near me, it would irradiate me, which would give me, like, diseases, and put my health really low, and, like, I'd be full of radiation. I couldn't do it. And it just annoys me that outside is 8, inside is 20, and then this is 58. And yes, I'm on my, like, because I don't play with people, because I don't know.
You don't like people.
I do like people, but I like to play games by myself. I am a single player person. Because if I play, like I used to play with other people, and I would just go, oh, what's that over there? And I would just go, I don't care what they were doing. And then I'd hear, like, I'm dying, and I'm like, yeah, but I'm doing this. Ugh, I cannot. But yeah, so I just turned that off instantly, because that's just ridiculous. You can't have an area that's full of 20s, which is my, like, at my level where I'm playing, to a 58. So yeah, I turned that off. It's like, because like I put it in and it's like update 19 gig. I was like, oh, for goodness sake, why? So I waited for the 2 hours for it to download, turned it on, I played it for 20 minutes and then turned it off, because it just infuriates me. This game could have been something spectacular, but no. No. I haven't played Iron Man. I don't want to be sick. So I just... I did buy a game. Oh,
that's a surprise.
Okay. This is awful. Oh my god. So Andy's been off school now since whenever. I can't remember. It's been so long. And he doesn't do much. Like, really doesn't do a lot. Can't take him out because he likes to have meltdowns if it's not what he wants to do.
Oh yeah,
Can't go out. I can't go out to the garden because it's been raining or it's too hot, and so I bought Instant Sports on Switch. I'm lucky because he's been watching Wii Sports all week, and so all he keeps saying about, yes, we have a Wii, but to have it set up, I'd have to move a bunch of things, and I'm not prepared to do that because there's nowhere to put it, basically, and I don't know where the sensor bar is. So I bought this game called Instant Sports, and I read about it, I've researched, it's like Wii Sports, but by a different company. I was like, alright. Bought it, £20. Bought it through digitally. But yeah, get him on this. It is awful. It is an awful, awful game. So, like, I put bowling on, because that's what he wanted to do. And you pick your character. And then, so you pick a character. And then that character turns into a ball. And then you have to press again to select. Don't know why that is. And then, so I wanted to do the thing, with the Wii U's, where you would each have a waggle stick, whatever they're called. The controllers. I wanted this to have one each, so because the Switch is 2. No, can't do that. Doesn't like that. So we're forever changing through the game, and without fail, every single time, depending on where you put, because you can move your character left to right, you can put the camera up slightly. Wherever you put your character and you swing and you press the back button, your ball will go to the left. Now, I tried this. I was like, I'm going to throw it. I'm going to purposely make sure the Joy-Con goes right. Where did the ball go? To the left. Every single time, without fail, it went to the left. Now, am I missing something? Does the Switch do you have to be straight onto the Switch? You know what I mean? Do you have to have the Switch facing at you, like you had to with the Wii, where you had the sensor bar? I don't know. But every time it went to the left, and I couldn't stand it anymore. So I bought I bought, I don't know, something else bowling that cost me £1.88. 100 times better than this.
Nice.
It is just awful. Awful, and I can't get a refund because you waiver that when you buy it. So, Instant Sports, do not buy it. It is an awful game. Now, there is tennis and baseball and some other things, but obviously Andy doesn't want to play them. I'm just trying to get him active, so I haven't tried them. But bowling on that game is awful. So, people tell me, does the Switch have to be face on with me where I'm playing? Because I don't know how it works. Because but it wants you to swing your arm it wants the motion.
It must be using the motion sensors.
Using the accelerometers, yeah.
Yeah, accelerometer.
So I don't need it, because I was trying to get it to face, the Switch turned on so it's facing me. I tried to turn it so it was slightly on askew, so it was facing out to the route, but no.
No, I mean, I did this in that 51 board game classics. The bowling's on that, and my Switch I was doing it on stream, in front of my computer. My Switch is across the room, I can see the back of my Switch from here. So it's not it's just purely accelerometers, I think. Unless it could, it's got to be. It can't be.
My one of them is probably broken after it was put into
it could
coffee.
Just be the game's bad.
Yeah. Don't buy it. It was £22. It's annoyed me, but yeah, I will review these awful games for our listeners. Don't buy it because just don't. Yeah, that's been my week. It's just not because there is nothing like Wii Sports. Yes, you've got Ring Fit, but again, you need to have the ring to do it. There's no bowling, and he loves to bowl. I looked at the pro bowling thing. I was like, no, they are freaky looking. I can't deal with people that look like real people but don't. It freaks me out. But Yeah, don't buy instant sports, people. Trust me, I did. It's not great.
Well, there we go. Pab.
Yes.
What have you been up to?
Okay, so just a few things. Usual Animal Crossing stuff.
Yes,
what have we done?
Played this.
I tried to step into one of your Animal Crossing streams recently, Pab, and
In
it was
mine?
Last of Us, and I absolutely shat myself.
Oh, yeah. I
nearly
was
broke
playing...
my laptop trying to get out of it.
Yeah. I tend to play Animal Crossing in the week, but I will be streaming when this comes out. I'll be streaming Saturday afternoon with the fishing tournament this week. We're having the fishing tournament this week. The fishing tournament tomorrow. Saturday.
Tomorrow. Lovely.
Yes, the fishing tournament is back. I'm going to see if we can break it again and have a load of people over. And cause if you get a load of people over like this for the bug off and just have everyone contribute towards one pot, is hopefully maybe try and go for that gold.
You can do that.
It is good. It is very good. So that's tomorrow. But I honestly cannot remember what's been going on in Animal Crossing this week. It's been a blur. I've had one of them weeks where I've been running on empty all week and I'm just tired constantly. I've moved a river. I've flattened the whole cliffside. Has gone. I'm in the process of moving houses now. So Brookside's gone finally.
That ended years ago.
No. I had a row of houses, and I casually named it Brookside, and then people were going, "What the hell is Brookside?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, you don't know no one knows what Brookside is." Apparently,
We're so old. We're so old.
Yeah, I know. A few people knew what I was on about. But yeah, I spent it amusing that I was calling it Brookside, and then I'm slowly just moving everyone out of Brookside now.
Probably move on to the royal family now then.
I know.
That's what the people from Brookside did, wasn't it?
They did, I don't know.
Brookside was sex.
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, that royal family. I was like, what? I didn't know what royal family you meant. Yeah, I know. I got you. Like I say, it's been a long week. It's been a long week.
The listeners laughed. They loved it. That was top quality stuff for them.
Yeah, they got it. So other than that, I've played the tutorials of Planet Zoo, and you might go, but I played the tutorials for over 2 hours of Planet Zoo. So
Did you just really not get it?
No, so the game. So there's like 3 tutorials, like work, like you know, like do you remember? So this is the people that made Planet Coaster and the Jurassic World game. You played the Jurassic World game, Sheepdog?
Yep.
So you know how it starts you off on an island and you've got to do a certain amount of challenges, and then it can move you on to the next island. And you do a new scenario sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it was So it was that. So it's like multiple different parks that you go to, and then it teaches you how to do the game. And the tutorial is basically a go. There's a bronze, silver, and gold tier of like in this level, and to complete the tutorial, all you have to do is get the bronze one. But then there's additional objectives within that, so I just kept doing them. And yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I mean, I have been watching some of my friends who've been playing at the Planet Zoo, and it enticed me to go and get it and play it. And I like these games. I really do like these kind of like city builders or world builder kind of games to a certain extent. I really do enjoy doing them, but I feel like I enjoy watching people play it more than I do actually playing it, because I feel like I just get annoyed by like the way the cameras work, the way placing things work, the way to managing things. I like just watching someone else do it, and I can chime in. with some ideas or some thoughts on some certain things, and they do it. So I'll probably play it again at some point, because I want to get to sandbox mode. I want to get to actual sandbox where I don't have to worry about like.
This is where you can have just a zoo of giraffes.
Yeah, and
now you're talking.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I can have like. I'm not worried about funds. I'm not worried about people doing inspections and telling me my park's garbage and like.
I want a giraffe working in the gift shop.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Why not? Exactly. But yeah, for the 2 hours that I played, I did enjoy myself for what I played, and I got a good thorough teaching on how to play the game and what things you can do. So, I might do like a couple more of the career level sort of thing. So the career park. So you move through the career a bit before I move on to sandbox mode to get me fully like integrated, and then I can actually start designing my own park and faffing about. I don't know ever. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see with that one. But it's fun. It is very good. It looks amazing as well. It's frighteningly good looking.
That's what to say about me.
Yeah. The other thing I played, so like I mentioned earlier on, I finished Last of Us last Saturday on stream. And I finished, like I say, about probably after an hour or so. I was like, this is going to be a short stream. So we switched over and I went into Overcooked 2.
I'm playing that right this second.
Yeah?
Yep.
So
right now.
So got a few community members in, sort of thing. I played with Raina and Louis, and it was fun. It was pretty damn good. It sets you off nice and easy, relatively straightforward. Okay, I can chop some lettuce up. And Raina's very good at this game. She was saying that she was very good at it, and I was like, okay, I'll just stand over here and chop the lettuce and chop tomatoes for you. I'll just be on the cutting board, and I'll just put the plates out when they're done. Sort of. And I felt that. I was like, I was very much the sous chef in this situation. I was just to the side, just getting on with things. And then slowly, I kind of came into my own sort of thing. And then Louis joined us for some as well. And then that's when it sort of kind of became a little bit hectic, because we started getting to the more advanced levels. And let's be honest, it was like not even World 2. We were getting to like level 1.8, and I was starting to get a bit stressed out. And I'd already said to people, I said, this game might stress me out, and you don't really see stressed out Pab on these streams. Realistically, you don't see sweary Pab on streams, because I try to, because you've taught me well, Kevin. I don't tend to try not to swear on streams these days.
Good boy.
Exactly. And so I said that you might get sweary Pab at some point with Overcooked, I'm afraid, because it seems like the game that'll stress me out, and it didn't. It did stress me out, but I didn't swear, so I did well. But yeah, there's so many different levels where it's like sections you off, so you can only do one thing. So like we had Raina running around doing all like the steaming of things and stuff like that in one area, and me and Lou were over the other side, and I felt dead bad, because like me and Lou just kind of stood around waiting for Raina to run around like a headless chicken. And we were just stood there going, okay, we'll just chop this up, and we'll put this on there for you, and we'll wash the dishes while you just run around and do everything else. And I enjoyed that. And there was one level, if people were watching it, you can clearly see a point where I panic and lose my head a bit, and you see me in the corner just running around in a circle. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going to be. What's this? I don't know what level, which one are we cooking for? I don't know. And I did get a bit panicky. And people, like I said, I don't know if people spotted it, but I was very much just, I'd lost it, and there was a fire going on. I can't find the extinguisher. I don't know what I'm doing. I need an adult sort of thing. And yeah, it's a very good game. It's, like I say, it's stressful. It's better than the first one in the sense of this one has online multiplayer. The first one, I mean, I don't know what sort of massive changes they made in this game, but the fact that they put online multiplayer in the second game is worth buying it again, and buying. If they just put online multiplayer in the first one, I'd buy it again, because that is a key component to that game. Like playing local co-op on one screen. It's good for like families and what have you, but how often do you have like loads of people around to play games? I just don't think it's a thing like it used to be. Online gaming has very much become the thing to do these days, and Overcooked 2 has that, and it's. Like I say, it's perfect. It is perfect, and we will probably play more on stream at some point in the future, where you might get to see Sweary Pab. So stay tuned. You might get to see Sweary Pab one day. You never know.
Look forward to it.
Yeah. Well, you see Sweary Pab a lot, to be fair, Kev.
Yeah, I'm fed up of him.
Yeah, Sweary Pab annoys you, does he?
He does. He's horrible.
I don't
He's
think I've ever
swearing.
heard you swear, Pab.
I nearly swore then. I nearly just swore then.
He was swearing before we even started today.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
Well, no, he's offering you out. I don't remember. Well, maybe I just don't recognise them as swear words anymore, to be fair.
Yeah, you've become desensitised. But yeah, it's a good game. I do like it. It is. Are you playing it on your own, Anna?
Yes.
Oh my word, that's a challenge. I bet that's a challenge.
I did the tutorial and failed. But it says, no, don't be a hero, Kevin, because I think the dog is called Kevin.
It is called Kevin. You're right. He is called Kevin.
I'm in. I want to play this game now. I'd love a dog called Kevin.
The king is an onion.
Yeah, the king is an onion, and Kevin's his dog, and you play as a shark. I think I played as a shark.
Apparently, the walking bread have arisen.
Yes. It's like a zombie apocalypse kind of thing going on, but it's the walking bread, and the bread starts rising from the grave. Yeah, it's fun. It's got a quirky like attitude to it, and it is like I say, cartoony fun. But don't let that fool you. It is a mean game that that it can be stressful and probably not encourage, but like
want you to throw
it will bring there will be some falling outs with people, I imagine, in this game. There'll be people getting angry with each other, going like, I need this, come on, go. Like a proper kitchen. It's like an actual kitchen at times. There's just people shouting and bawling and what have you. So yeah.
My sister told me to get this, and I messaged her back saying, like, why are you trying to ruin my marriage?
Yeah.
We won't be able to play this.
Yeah.
This isn't feasible. We got that the house moving one I talked about a few weeks back.
Yes, very similar.
And actually, like, Claire and I got on really well with that. I think what it was I got it with Ollie, and I played it with him, and she was like, do you really want to be playing this? You just sound like you're just having to go at him constantly. And I was like, you play it. So I went and sat in the other room, and I just heard her just shouting, and I just said, you were worse than I was. And then I let Ollie play it with Emily, and he was shouting at her. He was like, you're so rubbish, you can't play games, and all of this. And I was like, see, it's not even us being mean to him. He's turned into a monster. It's whoever's the upper-handed person in the group. Then she got a bit better at it and was shouting at him, and it's just, I felt bad for him. But he loves it. He's like, yeah, I want to play it more. He doesn't seem to mind us all just absolutely losing it. But he was just standing outside the van with a table in his hand, and all he had to do was walk in, and we ran out of time. Like, there was room and everything, and it just, stuff like that kills you. So the cooking one just seems even worse. I mean,
I'll be honest with you, Sheepdog. I imagine that the first one will probably be on Game Pass. Maybe even the second one. So it might be worth a look.
I'm pretty sure it is. I've just been avoiding it.
Yeah.
I just don't want a divorce. Basically, trying to keep that.
It's very fun though. When you complete a level and you get 3 stars on it, you're like, yeah, that was awesome. That is one hell of an achievement to get that. And you got all the orders out, and then you didn't have anyone leave your restaurant. It's a good feeling, but like I say, I mean, I didn't get to World 2, I don't think, and it was a stressful time of it, but fun at the same time. There you go.
Why do we keep playing such stressful games?
Because you're weirdos.
Why aren't there games that are just nice and calming and relaxing and fun?
There is. Football Manager.
Nah, that just, I don't know. I get to the end of pre-season. I get to the end of my 40-game pre-seasons on that, and then I'm like, have I done
enough? That's where you're going wrong.
Yeah, but I only like playing as skint teams, and then I like trying to make them not
You're
skint.
too committed to cheating.
No, I just think if I ran a real football team, that's what I'd do. I'd have just constant...
That's why you won't be
events.
invited onto the board of directors of home when it becomes a real club.
I'll be one of your fundraising people that tries to help you make money by just putting on daily events. If I can get you Man United's youth team and Liverpool's youth team to play any random team you've cobbled together, people are going to come and watch that.
Of course they're not.
They would.
You're a madman.
Football Manager says they would.
Football Manager knows nothing. But yeah, I'm on about 1,200 hours for that in the last 6 months. So, it's nice and relaxing. You should get on it.
I've been raging at the stupid battling on my game. Claire asked me to stop playing it a little bit. Well, she didn't say stop playing it, but she was like, are you sure you want to be playing that? When I basically smacked myself around the face because I accidentally put the wrong Pokemon out. I didn't mean to smack myself around the face. I just sort of went to when you go, oh! But I think my head was closer to my hand, and I basically just put my palm of my hand through my forehead. It really bloody hurt, but it was just because I just threw out the wrong type against its complete, the thing it's weakest against, because I'd accidentally moved it one along in my picking sort of 3, and I was on a really good streak. I'd won 6 in a row, and I never win that many in a row because it's dodgy and bent, and it always puts you against the wrong people. And I just thought I was going to get a good result, and then I just slapped myself silly.
Sounds like you deserved it.
I did. I'm annoyed. I'm still annoyed with myself now because I ruined a perfectly good run.
Good. Right, we'll wrap things up there then, boys and girls. If you would like to follow us on Twitter, you can do that by following at MGUK Podcast, or you can follow me at Lelujo.
And I'm at RB6K.
I'm at Miss Lelujo.
I'm at Pab1986 on Twitter and Twitch.
Splendid. And we will see you next week, boys and girls.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening, folks.